Yesterday, we saw the triumphal entry, and we saw Jesus come into Jerusalem as the Son of David who would sit on the throne in Jerusalem. He was the King of the Jews. He was the King of Jerusalem. And now we see Jesus coming back into Jerusalem after spending the night in Bethany with his disciples, and he's going to inspect the temple, God's house. We're going to pick it up in Matthew 21, verse 12. That's the gospel that we are going to read this account from today. Verse 12 of Matthew 21 reads this way. And Jesus entered the temple and drove out all those who were buying and selling in the temple, and overturned the tables of the money changers and the seats of those who were selling doves. And he said to them, "It is written, my house shall be called a house of prayer, but you are making it a den of robbers." Now, it's significant that Jesus inspects the temple. We're going to see later that he's questioned, who gives you the authority to do this? And his answer, of course, is very clear. But Jesus comes in, he's looking through the temple, and he sees all of this commerce that's going on. Now, that shouldn't surprise us. You didn't want to bring your sacrifice along with you as you were making your pilgrimage from the areas and the nations around Jerusalem, but you would rather come in, pay some money, buy the sacrifice there, and then offer it to Yahweh. That wasn't the problem. The problem is the way that it was being done. Most commentators think that the priests were making a lot of money off of these exchanges, and that the commerce and the money that was being made on these sacrifices was actually pushing out the true significance and the meaning of it. And so when Jesus sees this, he's really angry and he's indignant because he knows that the temple should be so much more. And yet it's been turned into a marketplace. And Jesus is so angry that he turns over the tables of the money changers, and he turns over their seats, and he's angry at those selling the doves. Those would have been the lower priced sacrifices that were being sold. And he turns those over, and in a prophetic anger, he says, "You have made what should be called a house of prayer for all nations, a den of thieves." He quotes two passages from the Old Testament when he uses these two phrases, these two metaphors that are mixed together. One, he says, "My house shall be called a house of prayer." This comes from Isaiah 56, in which Isaiah is seeing the temple of God in all of its glory and all of the nations coming to it. In another one of the Gospels, he says, "A house of prayer for all nations." And that's what Jesus foresaw for his temple this day. That's what was beating in his heart. He wanted his temple to be a house of prayer for all the nations to come to. And yet the greed of the priest and of the rulers of the temple was making it a marketplace. And so for that, he quotes out of Jeremiah chapter 7, a scathing indictment of the apostasy of Israel before they were carried away into Babylonian captivity, and where the prophet Jeremiah, the weeping prophet, says to Israel, "You've become like a den of thieves." Jesus quotes these, and he's grieved because what should be this glorious house of prayer that would receive their Messiah has become a marketplace, a den of thieves sold out to the Romans. And in his prophetic anger, he turns over the tables, he turns over these seats, and he calls for change. It's interesting, Matthew includes in the very next verse, in verse 14, "And the blind and the lame came to him in the temple, and he healed them." Oh God, that you would take the churches that we have and turn them into houses of prayer, not places of commerce.